Good morning, student. Now I am going to solve the question number 11 of NCERT, which is based on motion in a straight line. And student, listen question carefully. Read each statement below carefully and state with regions and examples if it is true or false. And first question is, a particle in one-dimensional motion. And first question, with zero speed at an instant may have non-zero acceleration at that instant. So this statement is what? Correct. An example for this statement, suppose that if we throw any object in vertically upward, when the object is reaches to its maximum height at that instant, the velocity of the object is zero, but at that instant acceleration which is acting on the object, which is acting vertically downward, and it has a value which is equal to acceleration due to gravity, and its value is 9.8 meter per second square. So with zero speed at any instant may have non-zero acceleration in that instant. So we can say that when object is thrown in vertically upward, when it is reaches to a maximum height. Second, with zero speed may have non-zero velocity. And student, you know that if the speed of the object is what? Zero, and speed is a magnitude of velocity. If speed is zero, so velocity will also be what? Zero. So the given statement is what? False. Third question, with constant speed must have zero acceleration. And this statement is true, and we can take example when an object is moving in a straight line path with a constant speed. So direction and the speed of the object will continue remain same. So velocity of the object remains constant. So acceleration of the object is what? Zero. So we can say that when object is moved in a straight line path with a constant speed, acceleration must be zero. This statement is what? Correct. And last statement, with positive value of acceleration must be speeding up. With positive value of acceleration must be speeding up. This statement is what? False. Now I am giving an example. Suppose, student, if any object is thrown vertically upward and downward direction is taken to be a positive direction and upward direction is taken to be negative direction. So when any object is thrown with initial velocity in the upward direction, so in upward direction the velocity of the object is negative, but acceleration due to gravity acting vertically downward direction, which is a positive in nature, and as the object is continuously moved with a negative velocity in the upward direction, its speed continuously what? Decreases. So what will happen? Here acceleration due to gravity here acting positive direction, and velocity of the object which is in vertically upward direction, which is negative, and this speed of the object is continuously what? Decreases. So the statement is what? With positive value of acceleration must be speeding up. That is what? Wrong. Here acceleration due to gravity which is acting vertically downward direction, which is a positive in nature, and the object which is moved in the negative velocity in upward direction is its speed is continuously what? Decreases. So in this case of this example, even there will be positive acceleration is there, but speed of the object is what? Decreases, not increases. So given statement that is what? Wrong. And student, next question, question number 12. A ball is dropped from a height of 90 meter on a floor. At each collision with the floor, the ball loses 1/10 of its speed. Each collision, ball loses its speed 1/10 of its speed. Plot the speed time graph of its motion between time t equal to 0 to 12 second. So student, when a ball is dropped from a 90-meter height, after striking with the ground or floor, ball loses its speed by 1/10, and we have to plot a speed time graph for a time interval of 0 to 12 seconds. And student, I have already solved this question and I am explaining to this question step by step. So first of all, we have to find that what is the time taken by the ball to reach the ground by using formula h equal to ut plus half gt square, and when the object is what? Drop from a certain height, its initial velocity, that is what? 0. So we have taken the time taken by the ball to reach the ground when it will be dropped from a height of 90 meters. So we use time taken by the ball to strike the floor first time. We use the formula h equal to ut1 plus half gt1 square. Student, initial velocity, that is what? 0, and yes, that is what? 90 height, and half g we have taken 10 t1 square. And student, solving this t1 square comes out to be that 90 into 2 by 10, and t1 square comes out to be that 18 second, and square root of 18 second, so t1 comes out to be that 4.24 second. So time taken by the ball to reach the ground, that time comes out to be that t1 equal to 4.24 second by using formula h equal to ut plus half gt square. Now student, next we find what the velocity acquired by the ball to strike the ground, and we have used the formula v square equal to u square plus 2gh, and initial velocity, that is what? 0. So speed of ball striking the floor first time, what the speed acquired by the ball after striking the ground, and we use the formula v square equal to u square plus 2gs, but here we speed which is taken to be v1, so v1 square, this v1 is the velocity with which ball strike the ground, so v1 square equal to u square plus 2gs. U, that is what? Initial velocity, that is what? After dropping 0, and 2 value of g 10, h, that is what? 90, and student, here 990 into 10, 900, and square root of 900, that is what? 30, and this comes out to be 30 root 2. So velocity v1 square, that is what? Root 2 into 10 into 100, and v1 comes out to be, that is what? Velocity with which ball strike the ground, which is 30 root 2 meter per second. And according to question, at every collision the ball loses its speed by 1/10. If 1/10 of the speed is what? Lost, so remaining speed, that is what? 9/10 of v. So rebound velocity with which ball again move to in the upward direction, that velocity is known as rebound velocity. So rebound velocity of the ball, which is what? We have taken u dash 9/10, and this velocity, that is what? v1. With this velocity, ball moves in the upward direction, because 1/10 of the speed of the ball is what? Lost. So u1 dash equal to 9/10, and this v1 put 30 root 2, and it comes out to be that u1 dash u dash which is 27 root 2 meter per second. So rebound velocity of the ball which comes out to be the u dash which is 27 root 2 meter per second. Now again after striking the ball loses their speed and then ball rises to a maximum height. Again we find the what the time taken by the ball to reach a maximum height. Again we use a formula v equal to u minus gt, and when the ball reaches to a maximum height, their final velocity, that is what, 0, initial velocity, that is what, u dash, and time t which we taken, that is what, t2, and g value we know that. So student, time to reach the ball at highest point, time to reach the ball at highest point after striking the ground. So we again use v equal to u minus gt. Here v, that is what, final velocity, highest point, that is what, 0, u, that is what, u dash, and t we have taken t2 because I have already calculated t1. So time to reach the ball at highest point, we use formula v equal to u minus gt, v equal to 0. So t2 comes out to be that u dash by g, and u dash, that is what, 27 by root 2. Putting the value, it comes out to be that 2.7 root 2 second, and after putting the value of root 2, 1.414, and time t2 comes out to be that 3.81 second. So time taken by the ball to strike the ground first time, which is 4.24 second, and the ball reaches to highest point, again it time taken by, that is what, t2, it comes out to be 3.81 second. So what the total time taken? Total time taken, that is what, t1 plus t2. So 4.24 plus 3.81, and this time comes out to be that 8.05 second. Now student, time taken by the ball to strike the floor second time, and you know that student, first time ball strike the ground and reaches to the highest point and then strike the ground. It means what? At what time ball strike the ground in second time, and we know that student, time of ascent equal to time of descent. So time taken by the ball to reach a highest point, which is what, t2, which is comes out to be the 3.81 second, and same time taken by the ball to return back to the ground. So time taken by the ball to strike the floor second time, t3, which is equal to what, t2, and we know that time of ascent equal to time of descent. So t3 comes out to be that, which is equal to t2, and its value is what, 3.81 second. And also student, velocity of the ball is striking the floor second time. Velocity of the ball is striking the floor second time. Rebound velocity, that is what, rebound velocity of the ball, it means what, ball reaches to the return back to the highest point with initial velocity, that is what, u dash, that is what, 27 root 2 meter per second. Rebound velocity of this ball, and second time, and also the velocity with which ball reaches to a certain point at a certain maximum point, same velocity acquired by the ball to return to the ground. So velocity of the ball is striking the floor second time, and which is equal to what, rebound velocity of the ball. So v2 equal to u dash, and u dash, that is what, 27 root 2 meter per second. Velocity of ball, and after each collision with the ground, velocity of the ball is reduced to 1/10th. So velocity of the ball after striking the floor 9/10th. 9/10th of B here, but here 9/10th, that is what? V2, and V2, that is what? 27 root 2, and also solving this, it comes out to be that 24.3 root 2 meter per second. So what the total time taken by the ball? First ball strike the ground and the ball come to the highest point and the ball come again to the ground. It means total time taken by the ball, which is what? T1 plus T2 plus T3. So T1, that is what? 4.24, and T1 plus T2, which is 8.05, and T3, which is 3.81 second. So total time elapsed, which is equal to T1 plus T2 plus T3, and T1 plus T2, which is 8.05, and T3, that is what? 3.81 second, and it comes out to be that 11.86 meter per second. And we have to plot the graph between time 0 to 12 second. So student, 11.86, nearly 12 meter per second. So first of all, time taken by the ball to strike the floor. First time we have used the formula H equal to ut plus half at square, and we find the time taken by the ball to strike the ground, and velocity of ball strike the floor by using formula v square equal to u square plus 2gh, and we find the velocity v1, which comes out to be 30 root 2 meter per second, and rebound velocity, which comes out to be that 9/10 v1, and it comes out to be that what? 27 root 2 meter per second. And time taken by the ball to reach a highest point, we use formula v equal to u minus gt, and v, that is 0, so t we are taken t2, and u, that is what? U dash, and putting the value of u dash and g, it comes out to be that 3.81 second, and total time t1 plus t2 comes out to be that 8.05 second. Time taken by the ball to strike the floor second time, time of ascent equal to time of descent, so t2 equal to t3, and it comes out to be that 3.81. And also student, velocity with which ball is thrown in a vertically upward, it come back to the ground with the same velocity. So velocity of the ball is striking the floor second time, which is equal to the velocity of the rebound velocity, which is 27 root 2 meter per second. Velocity of the ball after striking the floor, because it loses 1/10 of its speed, so velocity of ball after striking the floor, which is written as 9/10 of, that is what? U dash, and it comes out to be that 24.3 root 2 meter per second, and total time, that is what? T1 plus T2 plus T3, which comes out to be that 11.86 meter per second. Now student, see the graph which is plotted against speed and time, and we have to plot a graph between time 0 to 12 second. At t equal to 0, initial speed of the object is what? 0. Clear? At what time the ball strike the ground? That is what? Time taken by the ball to strike the floor first time, which is what? 4.24. So 4.24, and speed of the ball is striking the floor, which comes out to be that 30 root 2. So when time, that is what, students? Here time is distributed 0, 5, 10, 15, and speed here, that is what? 15, 30 and 40 meter per second. When the ball strike, the time with which ball strike the ground, which is 4.24 second, in that time speed of the ball striking the floor first time, which is what? 30 root 2. So student, we have shown here 30 root 2. It means what? At time 4.24, when the ball strike the ground, speed of the ball, that is what? Which is here 30 root 2, and we have shown here 30 root 2 meter per second. But at the same time, ball loses its speed 1/10 of the striking speed. So, speed, rebound speed of the ball, that is what? Which comes out to be that 27 root 2 meter per second. It means what? At the same time, its speed is what? Reduced to 27 root 2 meter per second, with which this speed ball thrown rebound, with this speed ball rebound in upward direction, and again at what time ball reaches to a maximum height? It means what? After 4.24 second, and the ball again reaches to a maximum point, total time, that is what? 8.05 second. 8.05 seconds shows that ball reaches to a maximum height. It means their velocity, that is what? 0. So student, rebound velocity 27 root 2 and 8.05 second, it reaches to what? Maximum height, where velocity of the ball, that is what? 0. And the ball here, and the ball return back to the ground with the same velocity. With the same velocity, that is what? The velocity with which ball is rebound, which is 27 root 2 meter per second, and with the same velocity, ball return to the ground. So, with the same velocity, ball return to the ground, that is what? 27 root 2, and velocity of the ball striking the floor, which is, and again in this time the velocity of the ball return to the ground, which is 27 root 2 meter per second, at what time? The time, that is what? 11.86 meter per second, and in this time ball again loses its speed 1/10. So its velocity after striking, velocity of the ball after striking the floor, which reduces to 9/10, 27 root 2, and it comes out to be that 24.3 root 2 meter per second. In the same time, that is what? Its speed reduced to, means with this speed ball is what? Again rebound in the upward direction, which is 24.3 root 2 meter per second, and this is the speed time graph of this question.